Let's think.
I'm gonna do really fast and after adjusting it. Yes, okay, so we go with the opacity good. By the way, this is the best that I use for shooting.
Line up and sketching.
And I've adjusted the opacity of the dish at 80%. And for speed 70 for start and end. So let's start the real work. Now I will sketch off my tracer. I have got the spoon so that you can see how I grow the beef. Okay, so now let's check on our settings. As you can see that, her front head has not been defined. So what I'm going to do is make them define it. Okay, I've not done extra strands.
And you know that later,
It's not necessary
that you
have to draw these plans in the liner itself. You can add them later.
Words while you are coloring.
I will show you
shading.
how I did that. Also, I want you guys to remember that keep checking. How is it going after every little step? I keep on checking my progress. Because
you
if
won't
you
know
don't,
how it's going.
make sure it has that clean lines.
So yes,
or
make
is
sure
it
to
looking
check
your
good.
progress. Alright, so now that I'm done with different hairs,
I'm going to move to the back hair.
Okay, so as you can see the pony.
She has two ponytails.
So what I'm going to do is divide them.
You look at the lines that I have
and the
drawn.
base hat. So I'm going to follow them and then make little dispense coming out from there. And also I'm going to get some volume. So please follow the steps
so that you can understand better.
You can clearly see where the hair have been dyed. So what I'm going through. I'm sorry that I made a mistake. Okay, so now since the hair have been dyed from hair to go up to the start of the hair. And I'm also not going to keep
adding
it
up
flat.
some volumes.
You can, as you can
and
see.
then
use eraser to make your lines 10.
Okay, so yeah.
I'm using erasers to make them 10. Use it 5, and if you feel like
So
this
I will
need,
use
it with my pen to make it a little
that
bit.
I think it's a bit too high because I just did it.
Now I'm going in for the ponies. Yeah, I'm definitely not following the hairlines
And the cartoon character.
I'm making them off my own.
So you can also do
Remember,
that.
the hairs is not similar to get.
You can modify them.
All you have to remember is the basic
So be
shape.
free,
Make them as curly as you want. You can also add some extra spans that have not been shown in the character. Yeah, it does look okay. Okay, so now that you're done with
what
one
I
ponytail,
do, copy and paste.
I always do that copy and paste.
But if you want to
upload that up, what you can do. Copy the same thing I did for the other ponytail. Make sure to add volume. Paste the other ponytail. Modify any bumps. Add details. Get your colors and start using them. Get in every little hair strand. If your character has multicolored hair, follow this step. If not, skip to 520. Don't use the bucket tool because it won't get into there as much as you can using your hands. Start adding a skin tone and head shape. Make sure to get all your color in hair strand. Like so. Lighten your outline a bit. Use the paint bucket tool for an easier time for the lower strands. This is hard to explain, so listen carefully. Lighten your outline for a better and more detailed shading. Like so. After making sure that everything is unlocked, what I'm going to do is take colors. So make sure that you move a little bit too much red, because you don't want your liner color to look a little bit off. Use a little bit red mixture. It looks good. So now I'm also going to
have
show
the
you
same
what
color,
but in dark shapes. And it does not look good, it looks really flat. Okay, so now let's use the colors. Move a little bit of lead and activation and black color. Look, it's a perfect good. So what I'm going to do is make sure to repeat this situation. Move to red and darkness or black. Okay, so now I'm going to speed up the process. By making the stands for adding shadows, I want you to be sure where the light is coming from. For example, I'm taking the light upon it off the canvas as the light source. Follow my lead. Add a darker pink. Add a detailed shading. Okay, so now add a new layer above the photo. So what now I'm going to do is show a little bit of orange or peach. Yes, you can use orange if you have darker hair. And I'm using peach because it matches the thick pink. Make sure while using airbrush that the opacity of the brush is low, because you don't want to hide the strands. You have just put so much effort on making. I also add a little bit yellow shading at the ends. There is my own customization. You have twice like if you want. Add some purple hair. Blue. Now it's time for magic. Add a new layer above the liner. Choose the color. You can just add a light one or the dark lines that are going out of the liner. Make sure that there are variety like for light colors. Pink, dark white, pink. Red, okay. It will make your hair look so much more natural. Keep repeating this process with French hair, red hair and ponytails. Okay, so now all you have to do is watch me how I do it. Now for a new layer on any more add. And for finishing, that is going to give a little bit of highlight and then pink. Lower your opacity. And boom, you're done.